Hi Jasmine, we'll go over the problems you missed so that you know how to fix them. And then I'll also show you some other places you can get more help on what you missed. So we're going to go over the ones you missed. So we'll start with number 3. So it says the following data summarizes the results from 982 pedestrian deaths that were caused by accidents. If one of the pedestrian deaths is randomly selected, find the probability that the pedestrian was intoxicated or the driver was intoxicated. Now our total is going to be our denominator here. So our total will be 982. And we want the probability that the pedestrian was intoxicated, so that would be all of these people. Okay, so if I just make, so we have the pedestrian, and they're either intoxicated or not. And then we have the driver, and they're either intoxicated or not. So here we have 62, 279, 87, and 554. So we want the probability that the pedestrian was intoxicated, so that's all of these people, or the driver was intoxicated, so that's all of these. So what we can actually do is just add these 3 numbers. Add the 87. Oh, sorry, this is hard. The calculator is hard to do without the mouse. So add 87, 62, and 279. Okay, so 428 is that total. So we're going to take 428. Sorry, I don't. $428 divided by 982. So 428 divided by 982. So we get what does it ask for? 3 decimal places, 0.436. Okay, so that was the first one. So number 6. So it says a manufacturing process has a 70% yield. So that means 70% of them are good, meaning that 70% of the products are acceptable and 30% are defective. If 3 products are randomly selected, find the probability that all of them are acceptable. So this means we want the probability that the first one's acceptable, and the second one is acceptable, and the third one. So this is going to be multiplication, and we know that the probability of each one being good is 70%, or 0.7. So here we're going to take 0.7, 0.7, 0.7. The zeros behind them don't matter, but so in our calculator we can take, sorry about that, 0.7, 0, 0.70, 0.70, and we get 0.343. Okay, so this next one is just about complement. So it says find P of A bar given that P of A is 0.343, and the complement is just 1 minus that value. So we're just going to do 1 minus 0.343. Let me see, we get 0.6. Oh, sorry, I typed it in wrong. I put 0.373. 1 minus 0.343. You see that we get 0.657. So number 10. So it says a sample of 100 wood and 100 graphite tennis rackets are taken from the warehouse. If 10 wood and 18 graphite are defective and 1 racket is randomly selected from the sample, find the probability that the racket is wood or defective. Now, one way that we could do this is make our table. So we either have wood we have wood or graphite rackets, and they're either good or defective. So it says we have 100 wood ones total, and 10 are defective, which means 90 of them are good. And we know we have 100 graphite tennis rackets total, and 18 are defective. So if 18 are defective, then 82 are good. Okay? So it says find the so first of all, our total is 200 because we have 100 of the, if you added all of those up, you would get 200. Another way to think of it is we have 100 wood, 100 graphite. So total 200. So it says find the probability that it's wood or defective. So we're going to add these three numbers, which gives us 118. So we would take 118 divided by 200. We get 0.59. Okay, so here it says determine the written description of the complement. So it says when 6 athletes are determined for a certain ability, at least one tests positive. Now, the complement of at least one is none of that same thing. So here we would just say none of them test positive. And if it had been none of them test positive, then the complement of that would have been at least one of them tested positive. Number 15, so it says an organizer of a television show must select 5 people to participate in the show. The participants will be selected from a list of 27 people who have written the show. If the participants are selected randomly, what is the probability that the 5 youngest people will be selected? Now, this doesn't say that they're going in a certain order on the show, just that the 5 people are going to participate in the show. So this is going to be a combination. So it's going to be 27C5. That will be our denominator. And then we'll have 1 over that. So in our calculator, we need to do 27. And then we're going to go to math and over to probability. And our NCR. I'm choosing 5 people. So we see that that's 80,730. Which you can see was our answer there. Okay, so I hope this helps. Email me with anything that's not clear or what you need help with. The other thing you can do, so since you took that test, what it will do, it will update your study plan. And if you want more practice problems or more videos or whatever, if you go to study plan and go to Unit 2 test, you've earned 7 of the 12 mastery points. So that means out of the 12 little topics here, you did really well on 7 of them. And here are the 5 that you missed things on. So like combinations, that was the last one we just did. We talked a lot about complements. So how the study plan works is you can go into practice here, and it will give you a whole bunch of problems that you can practice. And notice this where it says question help. It will like walk you through it, give you an example. It has videos. So that might help on things that you're still not clear about. You can also do this quiz me, which will give you like 5 problems just on that as a quiz. So that's just something that might help as well. Okay, so you will retake this test. Remember, we do work to get a 75. So you can either do that. Let me know if you want to do that in the testing center on Monday or Tuesday, or we'll work to get you caught up on Wednesday. Okay?